Thank you for tuning back into the Al Rucker Show. You got comedian Keisha Hunt. Yours truly, Al Rucker. We got Nikki Woods. Nikki, who's our next guest?
We are talking to Isaiah Stanback, who is a former American football wide receiver in the National Football League, Dallas Cowboys, New England Patriots, New York Giants, you moved around a lot, Jacksonville Jaguars, and you also played college football at the University of Washington. And I think, did you go to Washington University or did you do something in St. Louis?
No, I went to University of Washington.
Yeah. No, I'm from St. Louis, so I noticed that. I pulled that out. So, and Isaiah now has a gym in Dallas where you all really work on personal performance and really leading people to be their best lives physically and the ramifications and the benefits that come from that, correct?
Most definitely.
So tell me how and why you made the transition, I guess, from football to doing this. Like, what was your motivation?
Essentially, I love working with people, and I love seeing people better themselves. So I wanted to be in an environment and create a culture and an environment where everybody felt welcome. And then no matter what it is that your mission was, you can simply take yourself from wherever you're at to a better version of yourself. So that's why I kind of transitioned to sports. Obviously, I can continue doing being attached to sports. I can include the mentorship aspect of things, which I love to do. And then obviously just working with people one-on-one and just making them better.
So now I looked at some of the videos, Isaiah, and it's like he's got like all the beautiful people like working out in your gym. So did they start out that way? Because I want the regular person to feel comfortable coming to your gym.
We have a little bit of everything, honestly. We have everything from extreme weight loss to professional athletes, anywhere in between. We got people starting as young as 6 years old doing performance training, people doing weight loss, people doing classes, boot camps. We have a lot of different facets to our business. Essentially, like I said, we are just a location where we want everybody to feel welcome from the time that they walk in. So sometimes you'll come in and you'll have somebody extreme weight loss working next to somebody who's trying to go pro. And it's awesome because everybody's here to have fun and get better.
Okay.
It's a good
No,
environment.
it's great.
It's a good environment.
It looked like it was a ton of fun. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that it was for everybody. And it wasn't just for athletes. So now we're off Super Bowl, and we had a huge discussion just amongst our little crew about who watched the Super Bowl, who didn't, who protested, who all of that stuff. And I know you are a part of that, and you also are very active in social justice and making people aware of different things. What were your thoughts? Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, I had coaches, ex-coaches that were a part of it, and I had some of my ex-teammates too. So I definitely was there watching it in that regard. And as I said on a previous interview on MSNBC, is everybody has their way that they can protest. Some ways are, nobody can sit up here and say that your way is substantial or non-substantial in terms of what you deem important in terms of protesting. And it's just all a matter of what you use your platform for.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Al was telling us that Colin watched it.
He
was watching Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was tweeting about it.
Yeah. So, but I guess, and I guess a good question for you that we have not been able to ask anybody is it fair, to ask, especially people who are playing in the NFL and other professional sports leagues, to walk away from that because of a protest?
I don't think it's fair for anybody to ask anybody to protest in a particular manner. Everybody's entitled to their own way. I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy when you bring into it, okay, well, you need to protest in this way or you're not down with it. It makes it real divisive. It's actually the opposite of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. I feel like when people are really passionate, it's a really touchy subject because people get really passionate about it. And when people get passionate about it, about a certain topic, they become certain individuals can be very abrasive. Yeah. When you're very abrasive, you're not allowing for others to hear you. Right. So when you come off so aggressive and so passionate about something in your delivery, it can really be off-putting for others, and people automatically put their walls up. Right. And when they put their walls up, now your whole mission, your whole purpose for protesting is going against avoided ears. So you have to be very, very direct, very communicative in terms of how you go about it. And as long as it's meaningful to you, and as long as it's affecting and getting to other people, I think your success is successful, right? Everybody is entitled to determine what's successful to them.
And I think, I think it really is hard to ask people to walk away from a system that we're trying to change, because I think it's harder to change a system from the outside than it is when you actually have people working to change it from the inside. So regardless of the fact that y'all get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that would be crazy to walk away from that anyway, I think it's just hard, like I said, to be on the outside. So as you're working, especially with younger people, what are you telling them? Like, what advice do you give them on how they really can be the best person that they can be and impact the world that way?
Most definitely. Well, I mean, the name of our business here is called Steadfast Fitness Performance, and Steadfast goes across a lot of different barriers for us. And one thing for me is means obviously standing firm. So whatever it is that you believe in, stand firm in it and don't waver. Right. So if there's something that's meaningful to you, or something that's purposeful to you, then stand firm with that. Right. And don't let nobody knock you off. Don't let nobody persuade you to speak out when you don't feel like speaking out, or to not speak. And when you really want to. Just be who you are, right? And try to impact as many people as possible. And sometimes that's being in the system that you don't necessarily like, right? Sometimes that's being totally against it and not participating at all. Like I said, there's so many ways that we can infiltrate and and really have an effect. You can take the office, the front office right now. There's a lot of people obviously that don't like what's going on in DC right? But if everybody that was opposed to it just simply stayed on the outside and protested, how much effect would really happen, right? No, we needed to get people in place to be able to make decisions from the inside. So you need to be able to play both sides, and and it's not anybody's place to really say who's right or wrong.
Very good. You can follow Isaiah on social media at I Stand Back. But what's the website for the gym so people can check you out there too?
Definitely. That's going to be steadfastfp.com. So steadfastfitnessperformance.com.
Steadfast is such a great word, and you don't hear it that much anymore. No. That's such a great word that you chose for that. So very good. Yes. All right, so I may drive by a couple times and see if I can get there on the average person day instead of the beautiful person day. So we'll see.
You're beautiful. Nikki, you're beautiful.
You didn't see these people.
Nikki's beautiful and she's single.
Yeah, she's single, bruh.
Isaiah, thank you. We will talk soon. We appreciate you. Have a good one. So powering up social injustice. We'll kick Al later. We will be back. We got lots more. We have a whole second hour ahead. So stay tuned for more of the Al Rucker Show.